can talk now. Thanks for figuring out the audio after episode 1 was out, G. You told me after the fact. Yeah, that's what I thought. But whatever, I can talk now, and that's what's important. Now, for today's topic, we're going over the history of anime live actions. I'm still working on part 2 of episode 1, so this is what you get. Cut to intro. I am gonna say that I'm only doing live action movies, no TV adaptations, because no. Just no. How they started, how we got here, and everything in between. I think the best way to explain this would be to categorize them into 3 different sections for simplicity's sake. From what I've been able to find, there's at least 3 different types of live action. Manga based, which is the actual source material. Anime based, which is the first adaptation of the source material. And lastly, anime remake, which is the remake of the adaptation of the source material. Jeez. Think of any movies that are based off books or plays / musicals, etc. That last one is especially iffy if the creator of the remake wants to do something different. Not to say that all or most live actions are bad, it just depends on whether or not it's a direct remake. And who makes it, of course. That matters the most. Now, when I was looking into this, I was prepared to find quite a bit of live actions, naturally. But I was not prepared to be looking through stuff from the early 70s and later. From as far back as I could go, live actions had been prevalent since the early 70s to now. The first few live adaptations to get released was a series of movies from 1972 to 1980. These first adaptations were the Lone Wolf and Cub franchise, which are based off a manga of the same name. These movies were heavily based on the manga that started publication in the 1970s, which is probably the fastest adaptation made when concerning manga. Especially since it's had 6 movies, 4 plays, and a TV series, but surprisingly no anime. But it was due to these movies' success that more manga and anime would be adapted. Now I will say that one would watch at least a few of these movies for research, like how well it's made and etc. But nope, that would take too long, and I refuse to watch years worth of live actions for this. But I I can and will talk about the quality of these movies and why people keep making these things. And to be pretty honest, they're all trash. Almost all of them, or with a few exceptions, are trash. In the beginning, I'm sure people set out to make them as close to the source material as they could. But at this point, it pays more just to make it look and sound bad and just use the series name. To pull in newcomers who just don't know and followers of the title who are hoping they didn't do them dirty. Which is the reason why live actions like Death Note, the American version, and Ghost in the Shell don't get mentioned. And why almost no one who knows the source material can stand them. But as much as I would like to show the trend of how these movies rose and fell in popularity, I can't. Live actions, especially in Japan, have stayed consistent for years. Often having a new adaptation made yearly by a studio. So while one can say they're often less than stellar, you can't argue that these movies make money. And that there's people who enjoy them, and that there's people who will spend their coin just to hate it. And the community has shown that it's more than willing to lose their cash on something they hate. But that's it for today's episode. I'm Zero. I like to info dump about stuff I know too much about. And I'll be back next time with more random information you really don't need. If there's a topic you want to know more about, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time.